Hello?
Good morning, Bhante.
Now I'm doing all right. That is here. Okay, he helped me already. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning, Bhante.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Bhante.
Bhante. Niranjan, hi. Shanazan.
Good morning, Bhante.
Okay. Today I'm going to discuss another discourse. It's called concentration, Samādhi Sutta. One day, when Buddha was in Savatthi, one day Buddha saw these monks don't get concentration. And therefore Buddha wanted to give them advice, telling them the benefit of concentration. Now, Buddha said, develop concentration. Because who is concentrated understands things as they really are. Now, I think this is very important for all of you to understand how to gain concentration. So, it is not explained in this discourse, but Buddha explained the benefit of concentration. However, from many other discourses, Buddha gave instruction how to gain concentration. And there he said, go to a forest, sit under a tree, or go to a bottom of a rock, or bottom of where there are places where you can hide, because you don't need to be disturbed by people. Go to a place where the people are not moving around and making noise. Go to even very open area, like big park, open area, where there are no people. Or go to behind bushes, and so forth. And then sit down there, and you must overcome your hindrances, like greed, hatred, sleepiness and drowsiness, restlessness and worry, and doubt. Like when you greed would be compared to taking a loan. When you take a loan to invest on your business or do farming, you use it for that purpose, and then you gain profit, then you pay your debt, and you still have more money left for you to support your family and yourself. At that time, you feel relaxed and full of joy that you are free from debts. And anger or hatred compared to sickness. When you are sick, you cannot enjoy food, nor can you move around freely. You are physically weak. Then when you take medicine and get rid of your sickness, then you regain your appetite and move around very freely, and then you will be very happy, full of joy. And sleepiness is like in a prison. When you are in a prison, you cannot see anything outside, and you are confined to walls and floor. And for some reason, without paying anything, without much trouble, you stay, uh, because of a good behavior, you will be released from the prison. Then you can move around, feel free to go around, and then you will be very happy and full of joy. When you are full of restlessness and worry, you will be like a slave. Slave always is very concerned how to please his slave master. If he does not please the slave master will punish you. So you do your duty, and one day you will be free from slavery. And
Yeah.
then be very happy and glad. And doubt is like uh, in a going in a desert with a lot of wealth in your hand. You travel in a desert and you don't know where to go. There is no direction, no one to tell you. Somehow you develop your confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, morality, and so forth. Then you get rid of your doubt. Then you will be very happy, glad. With this happiness, when you gain happiness, you gain concentration. And when you develop concentration, you see things as they really are. What does it mean? So Buddha says, and what does he understand as it really is? The origin and passing away of form, origin and passing away of feelings, the origin and passing away of perception, the origin and passing away of volitional formations, the origin and passing away of consciousness. What does it mean? These are the five aggregates. You have form, feeling, perception, volitional formations, and consciousness. We don't see them rising and falling very clearly. We just have them and we live them. And therefore, only when we gain concentration, we can see. Then the Buddha asked this question, with the intention of answering them. And what bhikkhus is the origin of form? What is the origin of feeling? What is the origin of perception? What is the origin of formations? And what is the origin of consciousness? Now, then Buddha said, here bhikkhus, one seeks delight, one welcomes, one remains holding, and what is it that one seeks delight in? what does one welcome? What does one remain holding? And then Buddha asked this question, and he himself going to answer. He answers, one seeks delight in form, welcome it, and remains hold to it. As a consequence of this, delights arise. Delight in form is clinging. With one's clinging as condition, existence come to be. With the existence as condition, birth. With birth as condition, aging and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, displeasure, and despair come to be. Now, that is how form arises. Form arises. This body arises. They start in a very smallest, minute cell, and then it, because of food, medicine, clothing, medicine and so forth, it grows and grows and grows and grows. And then when it grows, we have a form. When we have form, we delight in form. We delight in form without knowing what the form is. We don't know that the form is impermanent, unsatisfactory, without self. Without knowing this, thinking that the form is permanent, satisfactory, with self, we cling to it. We seek delight in it, welcomes in it, and talk about it, talk about the form, and remains holding to it. And we don't know how to, we don't know that it is fading away, disappearing. And when we hold on to it, as a consequence of this, delight arises. Because of our ignorance of the true nature of it, we cling to it, and delight arises. Delight in form is clinging. Once we delight in something, in our mind, clinging generates. Clinging generates because we cling to something, because we delight in something. Anything we delight. And when we delight, clinging arises. With one's clinging as condition, what we cling to something, existence arises. What is existence? There are three kinds of existence. They are called bhava in Pali, bhava, or becoming. Kama bhava, rupa bhava, arupa bhava. Kama bhava means the existence in pleasures, existence in the life in realm where sensual pleasure exists. Rupa bhava is existence in very fine material existence. Arupa bhava, existence in space without any tangible gross form. That is called arupa bhava. And kamma bhava and vipaka bhava. Kamma, we commit kamma. When we cling to something, we commit kammas. Wholesome, unwholesome, imperturbable, That is, they call kusala, akusala, imperturbable karmas we commit. And therefore, when we commit karmas, there is a result. So existence arises as a commitment. With the existence as condition, birth, that is how form arises. We take birth, we are born. With birth as condition, aging and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, displeasure, and despair comes to be. And this is how all dependent origination takes place. And then that is how we are born. Such is the origin of this whole mass of suffering. The body means suffering, whole mass of suffering. There is no any body without suffering, except until you attain full enlightenment. And therefore, this is how Buddha says the body of form comes to be, arising of form. Similarly, one seeks delight in feelings. Of course, when we have senses and sensory objects, the consciousness arises. When consciousness arises, contact arises. Through the contact, feeling arises, and that is how feeling arises. And also we delight in feelings, and so forth. We go through the same thing as we went through the form. When we have form, welcome it, remain holding to it. As a consequence of this, delight arises. Delight in feeling is clinging. With one's clinging as condition, existence arises. With the existence as condition, birth. What is birth? The feeling, because of the body is arising. Body is arisen. With the birth condition as aging and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair arises. Same thing goes with perception, volitional formations, and consciousness. And we welcome them. Remains hold to it, holding to it. As a consequence of this, delight arises. Such is the origin of mass of suffering. And then, so when we gain concentration, this whole thing we see. That is what the Buddha said. Concentrate, because when you gain concentration, you see the entire process taking place in this way. And then Buddha said cessation, because is the origin of form, this is the origin of feelings, this is the origin of perception, this is the origin of volitional formations, this is the origin of consciousness. These are how five aggregates arise. And Buddha put it in a negative way. In this negative way is not something unpalatable. This negative way gives us positive results. This negative gives positive results. What is the positive result? Peace, and never have any sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair. That negative. What is the negative way? And what because is passing away of form? When something passes away, one may feel sorrow, but when the form passes away, what is the passing away of feeling? What is the passing of perception? The passing away of volitional formations, passing away of consciousness. When these five aggregates, we call five aggregates of clinging. We want to liberate the five aggregates from the five aggregates of clinging. You see, five aggregates is one thing, five aggregates of clinging is another. When you have five aggregates of clinging, you have sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair. When you liberate from five aggregates of clinging, then you don't have sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair. And so Buddha wanted these monks to see this very beautiful method, a way of liberating through concentration. So Buddha said here, because one does not seek delight, one does not welcome, one does not remain holding. And what is it that one does not seek delight? One doesn't want welcome. To what doesn't one remain holding? So in the previous section we saw what one holds, what one welcomes, what one takes delight. And now Buddha Sosh is going to tell us one does not seek delight in form. In the previous section we said we took delight in form. Here we do not take delight in form. Does not welcome it, does not remain hold into it, and as a consequence of this, delight in form ceases. You know, with the cessation of delight comes cessation of feelings. With the cessation of feeling, clinging, cessation of existence. The same series of things gradually disappear. It's a very beautiful thing. It is just like what do you call this placebo. No, this effect of one falls, others also falls. It is all linked together. They are not separate. It is one when falls, others also fall along with that. So if you want to see this whole series of way of letting go, when we let go of one, others also go along with that. They don't stay with us. So this is how the descending order of dependent origination Buddha explained in a very simple way. So one does not seek delight in feeling, the same thing. Perception, delight in volitional formations, in delight in consciousness. And one does not welcome it, one does not remain holding to it. As a consequence of this, delight in consciousness ceases. Such is the cessation of this whole mass of suffering. This because is the passing away of form. This is the passing away of feeling, passing away of perception. This is the passing away of volitional formation. This is the passing away of consciousness. So, sometimes people think when you gain concentration, you will remain like a rock. You will remain like an inanimate object, like a vegetable. It is completely wrong understanding. When you gain concentration, see the amount of things you see as they really are. As they really are. If concentration is just like making you like a rock, then Buddha never advocated, never encouraged, never taught us to develop concentration. Since concentration is very active, very sharp, clean, powerful tool, powerful way of seeing things as they really are. When we say as they really are, these are the things we see. What are the things? See this form, feeling, perception, thought, and consciousness become an object of our delight, and how we cling to them, how once we cling to them, holding on to them, maybe craving arises, through the craving clinging arises, through the clinging becoming arises, through the becoming birth arises. The whole process of existence we see exactly as it is. And Buddha gave many similes when we gain this pure concentration. Buddha said in many places, Evang parisuddhe pariyodate anangane vigutupa klese mudubhote kamane titte ananjapatte pubbe nivasanusati jnana chittang avininameti. This pure, clean, void, without idiosyncrasies, temporary subsided, and steady, soft, pliable, the mind, that kind of mind with we gain concentration. This is the qualification of the fourth jhana. Then that is the very powerful mental state that you can direct towards seeing the previous lives. Pubbe nivasa. One life, two life, and eons, you can see where you were, what you ate, how color you were, and your parents and so forth. All you can see in the previous life. Then you can see other beings, according to their karma, dying and taking rebirth in the place. When people commit unwholesome karmas, 10 unwholesome karmas, they will be reborn in either hell, animal kingdom, ghosts, and goblins. They will be reborn. Naraka, Tirachana, Apaya, and Dugati, and so forth, being born in woeful state of existence. Or you can see with this concentrated mind, people doing wholesome karma, taking rebirth in heavenly realms. And then, not only that, when you gain concentration, you will be able to see Four Noble Truth, dukkha jnana, dukkha samudaya jnana, dukkha nirodha jnana, dukkha nirodhagamini patipada jnana. You gain knowledge of Four Noble Truth, the Noble Eightfold Path you gain with a concentrated mind. And also you gain with the concentrated mind how you overcome your asava, kama asava, bhavasava, avijjasava, ditthasava. The influxes of pleasure, influx of becoming, influx of ignorance, influx of wrong views, ditthasava. All this you can destroy when you gain concentration. All these are not mentioned in detail in this discourse, but these are what are happening, what can happen when you gain concentration. Therefore, when the Buddha surveyed the mind of other people with his supernatural mind, with his concentration, when you gain concentration, you also can see the mind of other people, saragan chittanti, and so forth. Greedy mind as greedy mind, non-greedy mind as non-greedy mind, hateful mind, non-hateful mind, non-hateful mind, non-hateful mind, scattered mind as scattered mind, contracted mind as contracted mind, developed mind as developed mind, undeveloped mind as undeveloped mind, and liberated mind as liberated mind, unliberated mind as unliberated mind. All of them Buddha saw because through his concentration. Similarly, when somebody gains concentration in that way, can see all these things because the person has to develop these things in his mind through concentration. And therefore, friends, all the discourse itself in itself is very short, but the essence, the meaning, when we expand the meaning, this is a compressed version. When you expand the meaning, you can see large amount of information that you find in this discourse. So concentration is absolutely necessary for you to gain all these powers. Okay, now if you have questions, you may, tomorrow I don't answer questions. You may send me emails, then I can answer them to them leisurely. If I cannot answer them right away, I can find sources, original sources, text, textual information, and answer your question. Okay, friends, now let us meditate. We have a very short period to meditate, about 25 minutes. Okay. Can you see it? Hello?
No, but
Not yet.
You cannot see?
No.
No, Bhante.
Okay. Now can you see?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Now, may all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither from anger nor ill will, should anyone wish harm to another, as a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so, towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down or whenever awake, one should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here. Not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures, one comes never again to birth in the womb. With this, we meditate. We have almost 25 minutes. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish, may I join always with the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest. May all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So friends, this is the end of today's session. May all those who are in hospitals suffering from all diseases, may they recover soon and practice Dhamma, practice meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all the doctors, lawyers, nurses, and hospital staffs, may they also find time to practice Dhamma, practice meditation, and understand the nature of life, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who have lost their loved ones, they may still be grieving, may they be free from grief, try to understand the nature of life, practice Dhamma, practice meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in trouble spots, war zones, discrimination, poverty-stricken, may they all find time to practice Dhamma, practice meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in the northern direction, northeastern direction, eastern direction, southeastern direction, southern direction, southwestern direction, western direction, northwestern direction, up and below, all of them in these 10 directions, be well, happy, and peaceful. May they all attain liberation from samsaric suffering. That's all today's Dhamma talk, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at the same time.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you,
Taru,
Bhante.
Taru.
Many
Okay.
blessings to the sun.
Thank
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Terva
Thank you,
Saranai
Bhante.
Bhante.
Turman Pijai.
Tervan Saranai.